The Crunchyroll Anime Awards are going to be announced on May 25th, which is 2 days from the time I'm recording this video. And while the voting has been done for some time now, I really wanted to talk about this year's nominees for Anime of the Year. I've seen 5 out of the 6 shows, with the one I haven't seen being Delicious in Dungeon, so I won't be talking about it in this video because I have no knowledge on it and it wouldn't be fair for me to give my opinion on something I haven't seen. As for the other 5 nominees, we have Frieren, Kaiju number 8, Dandadan, The Apothecary Diaries, and Solo Leveling. It is very important to note for both the Solo Leveling and The Apothecary Diaries, it's only the first season being nominated since both their second seasons released in 2025. So with that being said, I'm going to rank these 5 shows based on which I think should win Anime of the Year. Starting off in 5th place, we have Solo Leveling. In 4th, I'll have to say Kaiju number 8. In 3rd, I've got Dandadan. In 2nd, I have The Apothecary Diaries. And finally, in 1st place, my pick for Anime of the Year is Frieren. Now, let me explain why each show is sitting where I placed it. And let me start off by saying I think all of these shows are amazing in their own way, and I really enjoyed each and every one of them. But first, let me start with Solo Leveling because that's probably the most controversial placement. As everyone knows, Solo Leveling blew up in popularity earlier this year because of Season 2, which is again why it's important to note that it's only Season 1 that's nominated for the Anime of the Year award. While I still think the first season is good, the second season was definitely better. If it had been the second season in this voting, I'd honestly probably have it in 3rd over Dandadan. But even still, at the end of the day, Solo Leveling simply doesn't really compare to the others in terms of actual quality of the characters and story. What Solo Leveling excels at is just simply being entertaining, but it doesn't do a good enough job everywhere else for me to consider it to be better than any of the other shows I mentioned. But continuing on to Kaiju number 8, the main reason I don't have it any higher on the list is because to me it's by far the least unique of the shows on the list. While I do think Kafka is a stellar and pretty unique main character, the show as a whole shares a lot of similarities to many other shows like Chainsaw Man for example. This isn't a bad thing by any means, but I'd definitely say it doesn't allow it to reach the level of the other 3 shows I have above it. I'm super excited for the second season coming in July, and I hope it can build onto the first season. Next up is Dandadan, another show that's getting a second season in July. The reason I have Dandadan at 3 is because it has one of the best mixes of genres out of any show I've watched. It's got a great mix of action, comedy, romance, and just overall it does an amazing job at blending everything together in a very entertaining way. I do think the scenes can get a little weird at times, which is part of what may be holding it back from being higher on the list, but at the end of the day it's kind of part of its charm. Next is The Apothecary Diaries. This is a show that very quickly became one of my favorites. I genuinely believe Mao Mao is one of the best main characters ever, and she's probably my favorite character ever. The Apothecary Diaries probably has the best story of the 5 shows, and it's a very interesting and unique story on top of that. Now I do understand it's a show that's not really suited for everyone since it doesn't contain any action or fighting, but I don't think that takes away from it at all. The Apothecary Diaries is something I truly love and I absolutely cannot wait for what it holds in the future. But lastly, that brings me to Frieren, which is my pick for Anime of the Year. Frieren is a show I went into not really expecting to like it all that much because I never really had any interest in fantasy as a genre, but what I ended up getting was a beautiful story with amazing characters and a show that quickly became my personal favorite. I genuinely feel as though its only flaw is the fact that there isn't currently more of it yet, and I could say the same thing about The Apothecary Diaries if I wanted to. But Frieren to me is a show that takes a different approach to a story and develops characters in a meaningful way. It has by far the best cast of characters of all 5 shows, and it's also the most beautifully animated in my opinion. Frieren also has a really great blend of genres, just like Dandadan, which I appreciate a lot. Again, all 5 of these shows are truly great, and to be honest, I wouldn't be that upset if any of them win Anime of the Year. I'm curious to hear what you guys think should win Anime of the Year, so comment down below which show you want to win and why. But please remember, all of this is opinion based, so no need to attack anyone for their opinions, and let's keep it respectful. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed my video talking about the Anime of the Year award. If you did, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to my channel for more content like this in the future. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.